In the shadows of every financial empire, there's a secret, a dark side driven by greed, crime, and the pursuit of wealth at all costs. Today, we'll take you on a journey through the world of crime and money, where fortunes are made and lives are destroyed. From fraud and money laundering to underground criminal networks, welcome to the dark side of dollars. It all starts with a desire, the desire for more. Money is power, and power corrupts. But what happens when the line between ambition and crime is blurred? Let's go back in time to the 1980s. The rise of the Wall Street greed. In the 80s, money wasn't just a tool, it became a drug, and like any addiction, some people would do anything for a fix. That's when the real wolves came out. The story of Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, is a familiar one, but Belfort was just one of many. Behind closed doors, the biggest financial crimes were taking shape. Corporate fraud, insider trading, Ponzi schemes, all for the allure of endless wealth. But of course, it wasn't long before the law caught up. Wall Street wasn't just a haven for brokers, it became the battleground for law enforcement. And yet, for every criminal caught, 10 more rise. But the real story doesn't stop on Wall Street, it stretches much deeper, to the criminal underworld. While corporate elites were cooking the books, an entire underground economy flourished. Drugs, arms, and human trafficking. Industries worth billions in illegal cash, and with every criminal transaction came a need for clean money. That's where money laundering comes in. It's not just mob bosses or cartels anymore. Today, money laundering is an art form practiced by the world's richest individuals. From shell companies to offshore accounts, they've mastered the art of hiding dirty money in plain sight. These tax havens, like the Cayman Islands and Panama, have become notorious for sheltering billions of dollars, all while governments struggle to keep up. And the victims? Entire countries robbed of revenue and billions that could have been used for public welfare. Act 3. The true cost. But there's another side to this story, one far more devastating. Crime and money don't just stay in the shadows. Their effects ripple through society, destroying lives and communities. Economic crime doesn't just line the pockets of the rich, it widens the gap between the wealthy and the poor, creating a world where a few prosper while many suffer. Think about the 2008 financial crisis, a collapse caused by greed and shady financial dealings. Millions lost their homes, their savings, and their futures. This is the true cost of financial crime. It's not just numbers on a balance sheet, it's real lives. Act 4. How criminals stay ahead. But if governments and law enforcement know about these crimes, why are they so hard to stop? Criminals aren't just masterminds, they're always one step ahead. Using technology and loopholes, they evolve faster than the law can catch them. The rise of cryptocurrency, for example, has given birth to a new breed of financial crime. From dark web markets to ransomware attacks, criminals are leveraging the anonymity of digital currencies to hide their activities. It's the perfect storm: untraceable money, global networks, and endless possibilities for exploitation. Act 5. The future of crime and money. As technology evolves, so too will crime, but the question remains, what's being done about it? Governments are ramping up their efforts, from advanced tracking software to international cooperation. But the truth is, it's a constant race. Every move the law makes, the criminals are already anticipating the next one. Conclusion. The world of crime and money will never be simple. Where there's wealth, there's greed, and where there's greed, there's crime. But understanding how it works and what's at stake is the first step toward change. In the end, it's not just about catching criminals, it's about building a system that values fairness over greed. The dark side of dollars is real, but it's not inevitable. The future depends on what we do next.